Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy. Welcome to part 18 of Ackton City here in City Skylines 2. And in the previous episode we built up this lovely island over here with some extra industries. As you can see, we started it with this roundabout which we imported from the other side of the map. And basically we have built up this entire area with all industries with some offices in between. And yeah, this island is doing its thing pretty well with some raw materials. We have like a little bit of farm stuff over here. I think this is stone and oil. And I think also that I said something about maybe building a harbor over here to get the goods in and out maybe a little bit faster than just simply over this road and through the city. Yeah, that's something that I said. I also said something about the area over here, so I will scroll to it, and so not this because that is sort of solved. We had some flooding issues here. Sorry for the bumpiness, because somehow on this map, because this map is so mountainous, when I move from left to right, it bounces all over the place. So I cannot help that. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, where was I? I was over here. So I was flattening out this area to make it ready for, build stuff. And then I noticed that this area was flooded. And I came to the conclusion that because this thing is a river over here, this is basically a river that comes all the way from here, is that if you change things in this river, then yeah, it also changed the water levels. So I did two things. First of all, I cut the connection here because this used to be connected. This used to be one flow, and that made the water push into this corner. I built here something that I will explain later what to do with that. What I also did was I made this a little sideway where water can flow through, to the edge of the map. So as you can see, some of the water is actually going into that direction. And yeah, and as of now, it seems that the water is looking okay. I mean, also redid the highway. I put the highway to the ground. It used to just hang in the air. It was just suspended. And the idea of this road, this is sort of a parking road, is to turn it actually into a, let's just say, a typical Dutch dike. Yeah. That's the idea, at least. You can see there is like, if we show the landscaping, this thing, you can see the contours, is that the water is much higher over here than on the other side of the map. So that's why you have like the flow from left to right, or from right to left, depending on which side that you are looking at. And yeah, that made it the water accumulate over here. So the idea was then to put like sort of a symbolic dike over here, to create like a little bit of an embankment, but then also use stones to cover up the face of that wall, so it really would look like a dike actually. And that, I think that's a nice idea. Also, what I said then about this area, it would be nice to have like yeah, a cargo harbor. While I'm looking here in the sky, we have like unidentified flying trees. We cannot have those. Unidentified flying trees. Let me get those. You. Okay, can we get those out of the air, please? Like that. How do these trees get in the air anyway? Oh, probably maybe when I move that roundabout. That's a possibility. Do we still have unidentified flying trees? No, we don't have. Nope, we don't have. So a cargo harbor over here. Now, as you can see, we have little islands over here, and the water is also flowing. Does not has to mean any problems, but let's have a look at the waterway. So the waterway is over there. We click on this ship, and then we click on this waterway. So this is the sea lane, and we can make it go to there. I mean, it would fit. The only thing we need to remove is these islands. This island, and this island, and maybe we have to widen this a little bit. Extra side note is that more water will flow through here as well, so I don't think we will have any issues with flooding. So we are going to grab our shovel again and we're going to dig again, you know, in the soil. Let's see how we're going to do it. So first we start with this one. So that one is gone. Also that little over there. And then this one. How easy it goes. Don't try the City Skylines 1, you have immediately tsunamis. And then also here. Maybe I have to be extra careful now because I opened this, more water will come through here. And so I might have to create a little bit of a bigger opening here to let this water through. So I will do that by doing it like so. And we have to have the space. Here, look, that water coming. Whoop, there it goes. Nice. Okay, so here we make also a little bit more space so we don't get any floodings from the back. Although considering the height difference, that's highly unlikely, so I'm not so worried about that. But look at the water flow here. You know, this would be a nice place for a dam, but... Or maybe, you know, here, a dam? That's an interesting thought. Let's keep that in mind, shall we? So, let me see. First of all, let's make this a little bit normal, like that. Like so. So, this is the edge. Those trees we will remove later. This is all fine. Yeah, we have a nice flow here, you know. Potential energy detected. But yeah, we need a harbor first. And if we put the harbor here, then yeah, that would become a little bit tricky then. Unless I make this a little bit more wider here on this point, like so, like that, yeah. And then we grab the softener tool to soften the edges a little bit, like that as well, and here, okay. And then we extend this area a little bit more, so we have the space for actually that harbor. Now I have to check it out how big the harbor actually is. We don't want any floodings, of course, and we can make that road go alongside the oil industry over here. And let's hope that this will create no issues, because you know how the saying goes, where there are issues there are tissues. Okay, here we go, let's check this out. So this is a cargo harbor and that thing will never fit there. Oh my life, oh my goodness me. That thing is humongous. I thought it would be way smaller than that. Oh my life. So we have also a cargo harbor here. Now I'm starting to doubt. Guys, I think we have to skip that idea of putting a cargo harbor there. And maybe we just have to make more road connections. But still, we might be able to make, you know, put that dam over there, maybe? Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Let me have a look here. So, the drop is quite significant. What we can do here is like, okay. So, we can give a little bit back, here. So it will flow a little bit more fast than there. You can also change the brush. Did you know that, guys? You have like multiple brushes over here. You can select, I select the mountain brush, you select this. And if you do this, then you get like this nice, you know, this kind of terrain. That looks more natural, of course. And then if you do this, then it creates also a more natural effect. Also here on this side as well. Okay, so the idea with the harbor was a little bit far-fetched in this case. I thought I had a space, but I was totally wrong. Now, about the dam, it's an interesting thought. Let me look at this. This is very deep, eh? Yeah. So can we, if I take this and we just take the height of, let's say here, and let's make this a little bit, I don't know what's the best idea with dams, you know, regarding depth. I have no idea. I'm completely clueless if it comes down to that. But I do want to have is like a reservoir here, a reservoir of water, because that works best with having a dam. So I will make this reservoir over here where this water can flow into. Just like that. Okay, and then we create sort of a bottleneck over here. So from here, we make this a little bit smaller. So this becomes basically one point where we can make that dam. So this is then even more higher. Yeah, make it even more higher. Yeah, like that. And on this side we should do the same thing with the same height. Now, I don't have much experience with building dams in City Skylines 2. I know how they worked in City Skylines 1. In City Skylines 2 it will be something new. So how strong is the water still flowing here? And look, that water is totally... I mean, the bottom is still completely... yeah, so uneven. So we had like a nice flow going on here. I still want to have it. Yeah. The flow is pretty nice over here actually. It flows in pretty decent. Okay. Well, the only way how to figure it out is just by trying it. So try until you die. So hydroelectric power dam. I know we don't really need it. And let's see how we are going to make it from here to there. Okay, we cannot put the dam because it's in water. That makes so much sense, you know. Okay, this says now electricity production 219 megawatts. Okay, let me try it. Let me see. Let me have a look if this... Whoa, that's a lot of noise. I also have to see whether this thing is not reversed. I don't think so, because this looks like the outlet part, yeah. I think this is okay. The only thing we need now to prevent this, that this area will flood. So let's grab this road. Yeah. Let's bend it around a corner towards the dam. Like that. And why like this? Because what I want to do is turn off that option. Connect it to there. And this side will go in that direction and there. Okay, we have an output here which we can use. I want to make the land here slightly higher so that there's no danger of flooding. Although I would not think that there is any danger of flooding because of this thing, but yeah, you never know, Don't ask me. This is the first time I even tried this, so let me just see what we can do here. So, are we going to make this higher? That's the question. Just a little bit. We could always make it a little bit higher. It would do no harm. So, something like that. Okay, that's a little bit exaggerated, so let's decrease the strength. Slightly, like that. Yeah, here we make it sort of a little bit higher on the edge. Also here. I don't want any floodings here. No floodings are allowed. Like that. So I basically put sort of a little bit of a protective wall around the area. Well, so far it does not seem to be... Whoa, wrong button. Sorry. So far it does not appears to be needed, but you know, but rather not need it and have it than the other way around. So playing with this sand and dirt is like, yeah, I kind of like it, but sometimes it's also in City Skylines, especially with the water physics going on here, can sometimes also be a nightmare. But it looks okay. I mean, I can live with that. So let's have a look here at this thing. Does this thing even give any energy? I have no freaking idea. So let me see. Electricity production 127 kilowatt. Ooh, that's nice. In that case, we are grabbing ourselves a transformer station. We hook it somewhere on the grid. Let's say here. Bash over there. We grab an underground cable. We take it from here. Also nice, by the way, that in the new update, you see now when you make a connection, you see the green circle. So finally we have a recognition point that something is, you know, really connected. Okay, I make this go down to -50 because it has to go underwater there. It goes there. And then let's see, where's that thing over there? Okay. There. Then there. And then here we bring it up again to -10. And we hook it up there. And that should now, yeah, it should give energy. That's nice. But not only that, we also have a point here. Can we also export it through outside of the... we could, but we don't really have a connection for that. No, we don't. Although, if this thing just goes underground, does it really matter? Is it like -50 from here? If I just drag it just there, bash, would that make any difference? Well, from this side it does not seem to give any. Maybe we can update it? No, it's not updatable. Well, let me grab this thing again then, and then see what happens if I connect this part, -50. We go underwater to that side and then connect it up to there. Is that possible? Let's see. Like that. How now? Huh, interesting. It does not output here to the outside world. I don't know really what the reason is. Maybe we are producing enough electricity, that's not the problem. Well, maybe I don't know. I have no idea, or maybe this is not working. But nevertheless, we have a dam over here, and although you don't see any physical water flowing, apparently it is giving power. 124 kilowatt. Usage 100%. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, so we can also grab then this little road, and we have like also, see, this is the middle part of it, and we can connect that up to then this road, like that. Here we go. And let's then change the outer end, this part, for a asymmetrical road, which we do by clicking on this button, and that way you go that way. Yeah, that works fine. And of course, as natural as usual, it creates like these stupid traffic lights. So we remove those, we remove the crossings, and we put like lane connectors here. Those are gone, and this one will be gone. Yeah, this will be fine. Yeah, this will be working fine. Now everybody can move on. Nice. Right, so with that being said, I wonder what... Did something happen here with the terrain? Let me have a look here. So, oil. Wait a second. More oil. Here. Let me make this terrain a little bit bigger, because somehow that does not want to cooperate. No, distance to long overlapping items. Okay, understand. Then we turn on the anarchy. And then we do it like this, like that, like that. Roughly till the edge where the the hill basically starts. So it has a little bit more space to work with. And I think that will do. So we could not build that harbor over here, which is a pity. Also interesting. Okay. With that being said, now let's go to this part of the world. And so what did I have in mind here? Well, the thing is, what I want to do first is do a little bit of terraforming with a terraformer, obviously. We're going to use the normal default brush, like that. And I think the first thing we need to do is make this a little bit more shallower, like that. But not all the way up to that road. That road symbolizes the top of the dike. Yeah, the top of the dike. Like that. Like so. Yeah. What am I doing here? What is this? Is it like... This is very deep over here. Wow, I'm making it very shallow actually over there. Whoa. You see the difference between here and here? Look at that. Dope. Okay, so let's make this a little bit nicer, like that. Okay, here's everything okay, fine. Here we do the same thing. We grab this and then we go to a certain distance off that road, like that. Maybe we create a break, maybe a sort of breakwater in here. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, now we have done that. We are going to use the soften terrain tool. We click on the road itself, and then basically we are totally screwing this up. Okay, I had something else in mind. Oh yeah, I have to work from down, not from up. Oopsie. You see, now you get the slope that I wanted. Well, there's never a day that you cannot learn something new in City Skylines. There's always a day of something new. Or something that is already known, but you simply forgot it. That's even worse. That's even like, Okay, so that makes sort of like what I'm looking for. Okay, here I have to redo this, but it's also easy. We can just point this back. Yeah, this area like that, and then we grab this thing again. We also put the terrain brush strength a little bit lower, so we have a little bit more, control over what we actually are doing. We even have fish, I don't know, land fish. Yeah, by reducing the strength, you have definitely more control over what you are doing. So, yeah, if you really want to do some groundwork and it has to be, it has to look nice, then reduce the strength, and then, like I said, you have more control. Like that. And this is a part that I'm not 100%. No, this sticks a little bit. too little. I will redo this. I'll make this sticking out again. And I will redo this again slightly. Because this is just a little bit too steep to my taste. Okay, here we go. We select this again. And now we are doing this again. From down. Make the size actually a little bit bigger. So that is also the effect of the slope bigger. Yeah, you get like a longer slope. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. Here we go. Nice. Now on this side, let's see, we can just soften this also out as well. We might even be able to lower this as a form of like something that you would expect, because if it's a dike, then it's a dike, but okay, now the question is, how are we going to clad this dike? Well, that will be something like a daunting task. We can do two things. We can either use just where are these things, these stones, these regular stones, and then only per piece. You can just lay them if you want. You can also use the pebbles, which are not these. No, not these. I know that I also have pebbles. Oh, they are here. These. But yeah, I've seen that with the usage of these kind of rocks, you can make like perfect dikes. Now you have to turn off this snapping first in order to make sure that they are not directly stacked upon each other. So this is like you place these like that, and then also on the water part, and then go layer by layer by layer by layer, and that is like a mammoth task. And I don't want I don't want you guys to watch that and see how that will go. But of course we can also time lapse the whole thing, and I can click myself to death, and then yeah, and you can enjoy that time lapse right now, I guess. Well, I think I can call the doctor tomorrow, you know, for getting the RSI in my fingers by building this monstrosity of what I call a dike, you know, a dike. Placing those boulders, I thought I had to do them manually, all one by one, until I figured out, like, hey, wait a second, what I can do with trees, I can also do with boulders. But yeah, we are getting roughly in the idea of, you know, what technically is a dike. I tried to implement some waves over here, could not make it work. You can still see the squares here. So yeah, sadly enough, that did not work. If I click this button, by the way, then we have total view. And I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, aside from the lacking of waves, it does look like a dike, you know, especially from the water side of things. You know, the water has really, at this point, the water, it looks nearly real, you know, if you look at it. I mean, not looking at the sky or whatever, but just, you know, looking closer to those rocks. You know, it looks like nearly real. You know, the surface, it's very realistic looking water. Look at it. But anyway, we have made that, and yeah, I monkeyed around a lot with the terrain around here. I mean, the terrain was at no place the same. Everywhere we had like some kind of issue. I don't know. It's like too low, too high, too low, too high, and I had to find some compromise here and there, left and right. I won't say it's perfect, but it'll do. And the water issues here have gone, so that's nice. So let's see, what do we have here? We have some traffic going on here. Oh yeah, maybe because I reconnected this road again. Loving it, the traffic. We love that traffic. So what's happening over here, by the way? Let's have a look. So these guys, they dive in the left here, go here, and then they go to this road, and then they get to this roundabout over here. Well, they actually just should go straight on, take the main road, take this roundabout, and then go that way, not go through this small road, because this is the 4-lane road. Although there's no traffic here going to the left. Where is it? Where am I seeing that traffic going to the left? Is it happening over here? Yeah, they take a left turn here. Is there something I can do about this to demotivate them taking that route? Ow. Yeah, maybe by just removing that road. Oh, wait a second. That was the actually the. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Give me back that road. That part belonged to the key wall thing of this area. Oh, darn it. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh my goodness me, what did I do? I have a knack of messing things up, so okay, here we go. It's always a nice challenge to get things done again, but look at this mess. It's like, oh my god, this is so wonky. Can I get this all straight again? So you, and then you, and then you. Now if those are aligned to object height of, let's say, to object height of here. Okay, that kind of works. Okay, so this is the wrong place to try that. Maybe I can delete this road to prevent these guys from coming through here. There's no such thing as like forbid cars to go through a certain road, right? I'm going to move them out here, over here. You go there. Yeah, I could just delete this segment. Maybe that helps. You know, to make a separate, you know, area between this area here and over here. That might help. Yeah. Then most of them would not take the left turn anymore over here. Now most of them, yeah, all of them will go straight on. Oh, wrong button. And yeah, so this road has is the priority road. Here, let's see what's happening over here. We have like this nasty these things, you know. Okay, we have also these things. So let me see. This one is too wide or not? Let me have a look. Maybe we need this one. Or this one. No, too long. This one. Okay, there is a way of working with this. You just point them somewhere else, like here. And you grab them with the move it mod, like that, and then you just drag them to wherever you want them. So where was that place? Over here. Okay, it's like now it's on the ground because I need to page it up. Now it comes above ground like that. And come on, you can go there because I want to get rid of the pedestrian crossing over there. We're going to make this work. Yep. As long those pillars are touching the street, so let's see. Okay, so I'm moving this that way and I'm going to turn it like that. Let's see. Down, down, down. Sorry for all that noise. Oh, come on. Like a little bit back. I don't know how far up. I think this should do. Let's see what happens if I remove that crossing. Let's see what happens. So removing the crossing here, and then zoink, you go away. And theoretically, they should now go over this thing, which, by the way, is also. It appears. Not straight, but it is straight, you know, and actually they do take it. I don't know why this all is selected somehow, I don't know. Whoop. So, are they going over it? Are they using it? By the masses? Well, I saw some guy using it, but they're still crossing the street, and I think that has still to do with the pathing these guys already have been programmed to take, but this is also, they come from a metro. Eventually they will take the overpass here, because they're still crossing here, but this should end eventually. Eventually that should end. Also that road also seems, I don't know, a little bit crooked. Let me have a look. Be careful with that. So that traffic will solve itself eventually. These guys are stopping. We can say like priority tool. We say like priority for you and you and you and you and yield from you. So these guys will go on, I hope. And eventually, like I said, that traffic will dissolve. I mean, it's only up to here. They can even go in here. They are not doing that, but I don't even know where these guys are trying to go. They try to go through this roundabout, go in every direction. Also here we have a crossing. Yeah. It's the same thing, you know. Let me use a. I know this takes longer than usual. I'm not even sure even with the time lapse how long it will take. But just let me use this kind of crossing. So I'm basically making a pedestrian over here. Oop, oop, oop. No, come on. Then let me select this option first to the left, right, and then we turn this off, and then select this, bring this down to 6.5 meters. Wait, like that to there. and then to the other side, like so, and then from here 1.5 meters and 0 meters and going to there, and then from here now I want to take it. Why do I see that underground thing there? Let me see, what kind of mess is this? Holy smoly, that's like a big mess. Look at this. Let's page this up. Ooh, whole road is paged up. Okay, that's not the idea. So we select the manipulation mode, this one, and then that node, and then bring it up like that. Yeah, that's nicer. Much nicer. And this thing is okay. It's fitted there. Yeah. They're walking even from there straight into the. See that? I don't know what to think about that. Yes, we are going to bulldoze this away because no, we leave that. That's okay. Bulldoze this away. Let me redo this because it looks totally ridiculous. Let me see. So we page this up. So 6 let me see. Snapping on. Yeah, this is a snap. Now I turn the snap off. So 2.5 meters. Bring it down. A little bit up actually. Like that. Page it down. To just 0 meters. Okay, that should do. Yeah, I think that looks better. And now we can remove that crossing. That remaining crossing. So here and here and here we remove that, so at least we are not bothering the traffic anymore. Let's see, can we also do a little bit of monkeying around with this stuff? Yeah, this is a slight big bulge, so maybe we can just tap this, push this down slightly, and then also we have to make this kind of straight-ish like that, and then we push this a little bit inward, that a little bit inward, and this one also. Yeah, then it's a little bit more straight, and we actually see people now using it. Nice, loving that. So I think we leave it at that, guys and girls, for this episode number 18. I mean, yeah, you know, a lot of time went into this episode. It's also building this. Let's see. Ooh, that water level has been risen a lot actually here. Look at this. How much power is it now generating? 3.1 kilowatt. That does not look much. Okay, we need to check that out the next time. So built there a dike, I mean a dam, sorry, a dam here, maybe for the electricity because the harbor was too big for here. And if this dam, by the way, if it does not generate enough electricity, maybe it's even, yeah, no, it's not situated the wrong direction. Yeah. If it does not yield enough power eventually, then maybe I will make this area bigger and we point a harbor here anyway. And of course the entire dike section over here, you know, that sort of gives a little bit of representation of my own country. I mean, kind of like it, you know. We can put like later all kinds of residential areas all the way around here. And I don't know what happened here, but I think that happened using the move it mod, I guess. So let me select this, deselect all this stuff, and do an object height like to there, poink. I will fix this off camera, make sure that this is all flat, don't worry about that, we'll all be fine. And yeah, in the next episode we are going to do that. In the next episode it's like filling up basically this area with all like more residential. I created a little bit more space here also as well, and yeah, sort of behind the dike. And I also like then to give this also a surface texture here on this side, because you don't see the actual inclination. Only when you click this button you see this, you know, the contour lines. You don't see them that well without you know, this. So we will make there sort of a surface area for that, so you definitely can recognize that as being a dike. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you for watching this episode number 18 of Ackton City in City Skylines 2. Please feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the like bell, hit the bell, and then you will be notified until the next episode comes out. Okay, guys and girls, thank you for watching, and until next time, see you. Bye bye.